Hello, class. How you doing this week? I hope things are going well. Um, uh, I've been impressed with the work that you've been doing. It is an interesting class. I'd hope all of you that would admit that it follows a different structure than previous classes. Um, we've had Book of Mormon classes that kind of go through, and we start at the beginning and make it through different chapters, and those are good because those are things that are familiar with us, and we're able to learn from them. But the structure of this class, is different. We're looking at the proclamation. You get to study a lot of these, conference talks and words of the prophets, and be able to get more depth. And it's been rewarding to see as you've, discovered the different doctrines and principles and trying to apply those to different case studies, and it's pushing you a little bit. And so I appreciate the work you're doing and that you're trying to put forth your best effort. Just wanted to say welcome to midterm. At the end of this week, you'll be about halfway through, and hopefully that's exciting to you and refreshing and maybe empowering to say, "Hey, it's going pretty good. I'm surviving this class and getting something out of it." But just had a couple items of business and maybe a thought about what this unit is about. You are starting a new unit, so this week and the next week, you're gonna be studying that third paragraph out of the proclamation, where it talks about family, about children, and our role to raise them properly. And what's interesting in where it starts out the role again to invite children in this world, it really focuses on the idea that we can be bound together. There's priesthood, that there's keys, that there's ordinances, and there's covenants. And it's important to understand the priesthood power in regards to the family, because we do believe that we are binding families together, and not just immediate family, but family, that goes back, and family that's going to go into the future, um, to be able to bless the earth. So these are pretty big doctrines, and so enjoy it. Enjoy what you're studying, and really just kind of think and process. Going, how do I feel about covenants? How do I feel about these ordinances? And as you learn a little bit more about how God feels about them, and isn't that the key to being faithful is to understand really how deliberate God is. That the expectations that He has, that our world would try to dilute things and say, you can think and process and believe however you want. But God's pretty clear in saying, no, there's things that I believe in. There's things that you and I need to do, and we need to figure those out so that we can do them and live them. And so it's a cool paragraph, cool unit that we're coming against. The one item of business I just wanted to point out, you're starting a new Provident Living project this week, and so the first couple days of the week, just really think through what you like to do. What are you going to be focused on? Is it going to be the love languages, your scripture study, your media, whatever it may be? But make those goals early, because you have to submit that by midweek. And that way it'll still give you a couple of days in that week to actually start and log that hour in regards to your project. So that when you turn in your assignment, you can report that you did, put that hour of time in. Enjoy the Provident Living Project. It's so hard as a college student, and that when you're so busy and have to do so many other things, to not just kind of jump over a hurdle or jump through a hoop. But I really hope that you can continue to look at the Provident Living Project and just say, what would be most beneficial for me now, and set those goals and do the best you can to enjoy the process. And the God will continue to bless your righteous efforts. So have a beautiful, fun, enjoyable unit and next couple of weeks, and we'll see you next week.